on a foggy day here in San Francisco. I thought I'd let you guys know that there's mega heat waves all over the planet right now, as a lot of you know. And a lot of it is here in the U.S., where the Midwest and the Plain States, Texas and the Southwest are getting pummeled with ongoing heat waves. And a lot of people are saying, oh, there really isn't any heat wave. Cold kills more people than heat does, and that's not true. The thing that kills more people with weather relations is heat. Heat is the biggest killer of all tornadoes, hurricanes, snowstorms, windstorms, rainstorms. Heat is the one that kills the most. So what can we do about it? This is really getting bad, and it's just going to get worse and worse day after day, month after month, year after year. Well, let's talk about what we put in our mouths. A vegan diet has just 30% of the environmental impact of a high meat diet, a new study finds. We know that meat has a substantial impact on the planet and that plant-based diets are more environmentally sustainable. This can mean huge differences between the two extremes, vegans, meat. Vegans in our study had just 25% of the dietary impact of the high meat eaters in terms of greenhouse gas emissions. Meat uses more land, which means more deforestation. It's not just in emissions compared to meat. Compared to meat-eating vegans, also had just 25% of the dietary impact for land use, 46% of water use, 27% of water pollution, and 34% of biodiversity loss. Low meat diets had only about 70% of the impact across most environmental measures of meat diets. The food system is responsible for around 30% of the global greenhouse gas emissions. The choice we make about what we eat is personal. They are highly ingrained habits that can be difficult to change. That's why so few people are on a fruits and vegetable diet instead of a meat diet. Meat has a lot of bad things going for it, especially with health. Heart problems, clogging of the arteries, lung problems, you name it. Meat causes lots of problems. And if you say that, oh, there isn't enough protein in a vegan or vegetarian diet, you're completely wrong. There are plenty of proteins. If you eat seeds and nuts, you follow a good dietary practice when you eat vegetarian. You can't just eat a piece of broccoli and say, oh, that's good enough. No, that won't do it. You have to eat a lot of different fruits and vegetables to get the proper nutrition that you need. Some people say, well, there's not enough vitamin D in a vegetarian. Well, if you get out in the sun a little bit each day, you'll have plenty of vitamin D in your system as well. Ask any doctor who is the healthiest people on the planet, and they will tell you vegans and vegetarians by far. And it's so much better for the planet. As you can see from the study, there are lots of bad things that go along with meat eating. And if you really want to help the planet, we're on our very last, this is it, people. We either do it now or we don't do it at all. And we all starve to death, overheat to death, and boil to death, cook to death. We're going to see so many people migrating from place to place, as we already are seeing. With the fires in Greece right now, you see a huge migration of people moving from one place to another to get away from the fires. Same with here in the U.S. In August and September, we will see a huge migration of people leaving towns, small towns and small communities to get away from the fires that are now breaking out regularly here in the U.S., Canada, and other nations. If you don't see climate change, you're just not paying attention, and it hasn't hit where you are just yet. It will. It will hit everywhere, sooner or later. And I definitely do appreciate the people that have positive comments about the video and the presentation. I do the best I can. I'm not the best presentator there is, and hopefully it's good enough so that people can figure out what's going on. Well, I appreciate everybody who's watching. The thumbs up, the new subscribers, and definitely your comments are always welcome. And until next time.